Morning everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today is December 20th. It's only 5 more days till Christmas. It's always a good time of year to enjoy and remember when Jesus came to the earth as a baby. But yeah, today it's kind of a nice day out. It's a little chilly, but started out really cold. It was down to 20 or 21 this morning, Fahrenheit, and we had the last couple of days have been really windy and cold, and yeah, especially yesterday, Tuesday, was really cold. And yeah, we got a couple things on the go we want to do. I want to do some maintenance on our alley scrapers, the drive unit. About every month or two we try to get that greased up and oil the chains and keep everything running, so try to get a little video of that. But first of all, here a local supplier, repair shop and supplier has a 10% discount this week, so we went up this morning and bought a couple drums of oil. We buy our oil by the 55-gallon drums. We got 2 of the universal tractor fluid, or HT fluid, and then 1 of engine oil as well, so hopefully that'll be about enough to last us for a year. And we got some other supplies that we needed too. We try to buy as much stuff as we can when people have open houses and can get 10% off. Saves a lot of money over the year when you can do that. So yeah, we'll see what all we can get here today and try to get some of that maintenance on the alley scrapers. Here's our drive unit for our alley scrapers. I had mentioned about doing a maintenance on it. Yeah, I'll try to get some video here. It has 4 corner wheels, 2 at each end that the cable runs in. And then, yeah, the drive unit, I'll show you how you open it up. And there's 6 or 8 different grease zerks, and some are bearings, some are just other, where the main drum rolls the cable up that needs greased. So yeah, to open this top up, you just pick the whole top up. There's a rod here that holds it open. Then there's several different grease zerks on it. Yeah, there's several different grease zerks in here. There's a big shaft that goes through here in the middle where this big drum that the cable wraps on. There's 3 grease zerks on that, and there's some grease zerks on the bearing. The cable of where to wrap the cable on the drum, and as the one scraper is going forward, the other scraper is coming back. So if you look here on the drum, the cable on this side right now is unwinding, and the cable on this side is winding back up. And yeah, and then there's a grease circle on both of those, on both sides, that you got to grease to keep that shaft from getting dry. The corner wheels, each of the corner wheels has a grease circle on it then too. There's not a bearing in there, but it's a shaft where the big wheel in there spins. There's a wheel inside this box. It's about as big as it can be inside there that the cable runs on. Yeah, we usually put a good bit of grease in these to keep them running smooth. Worm gear in there, or worm shaft that has the cable guides on. If you don't keep that greased, after a while it'll get dry, and yeah, it'll start getting tight, and then you have a lot of issues too. But yeah, it's I'd say about every once a month or every 6 weeks or so we try to grease it. You kind of keep an eye on it. It's up here where we keep our sawdust, so we're up here a couple times, so at least 3 times a week, right around the area, and you kind of learn what to watch for, and know you can tell when if it's getting to the point where it needs dry, or it's getting dry. But we try to keep everything oiled up and greased up. The big drive chain here that runs the drum, yeah, I would have oiled that probably a month or more ago, and you can see it's still good and greasy and oily and wet. Then there's another smaller chain over on this other side. That's what runs the worm gear, or the worm shaft. I keep calling it a worm gear. It's more of a worm shaft. And yeah, it's a smaller chain. But this big chain there's a motor here that runs it, and then it drives the gearbox. Yeah, it runs that big chain, and that's the main thing that runs the whole unit. Yeah, this drive unit is 22 years old, a little over 22 by now. We did have to replace the drum that the cable wraps on one time. I think we replaced the motor at least once or twice, but still the original gearbox. The cable, we replace them probably on average about every once a year, maybe sometimes a little oftener. But yeah, you keep them snug and tight, they last pretty long. But yeah. So yeah, like I said, there's 4 corner wheels, and then there's probably about 5 or 6 grease circs on the main drive unit that we got to grease. It don't take real long, but it's just part of it. brushes here. I might have mentioned about them in another video. They just kind of hang there, but when a cow bumps them, they turn on by motion, And yeah, they can swivel all around all kinds of different ways. Hopefully there'll be a cow. Oh, there's one over there on the other side getting her head massaged. You might not can see it very good, but here's the one alley scraper going back. I think I might have mentioned this in another video, but when it goes back, them wings on the edge kind of fold in a little bit, and then the scraper part on the bottom flips up. There's 3 little skids or shoes, we call them, on each side that when it gets to when it starts going backwards, it automatically flips that scraper up so it's not scraping backwards. And then when it gets to the other end and stops and starts coming forward, it flips them down, and them wings on the edges go out right away. So yeah, we run our alley scrapers continuously, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It takes a little less than 2 hours to make a complete circle. So it's about like scraping the barn every 2 hours, and keeps the alleys a lot cleaner. We have rubber on the floor in this alley here on the feed alley side. The back alley, we don't have rubber on that alley, it's just concrete, but this is the alley where they mainly stand the most when they're standing here eating. And yeah, there's some cows laying in the free stalls over here. Yeah, and there's a lot of cows up eating, and yeah, getting their fill of feed. Yeah, we have a Lely Juno feed pusher that runs, I think it's a total of 10 times a day, 5 times between each milkings, or between each feeding is what we have it set for. Oh yeah, he's getting ready to run. He's on his charger right now, and yeah, he's starting to beat. And pusher, we gave him a name, we call him Henry. But yeah, he goes down along the edge here and don't push anything along this edge, and then at the other end there's a strip in the floor. When he gets to that strip, he'll turn around and go over and push the silage up for the cows. Each time he runs between feedings, he moves in a little closer to the curb because there's getting to be less silage here as you go throughout the day, or less TMR. So yeah, he'll run a little closer to the curb to keep it pushed up for the cows.
I guess I'll do a little video of Henry. We call him Henry. He's our feed pusher-upper, whatever you want to call him. But anyways, years back, somebody put eyes on him, but they kind of look like eyes. The holes there, so I'm not sure which is supposed to be the eyes. But anyways, that's his name, Henry. And see how the bottom of it turns and the top doesn't? And slowly pushing the silage up. And if you look back behind, all the cows are eating. And when the cows hear that beeping noise, they just automatically get up and come. And yeah, we used to have a scraper on front of the skid loader, and yeah, somebody had to do that a couple times a day. Nobody did it at night, but so this is really nice that we don't have, nobody has to come up, and it's just done automatically all day. As long as he doesn't, every now and then he'll decide to run away. We call it run away, but something will mess up and he'll just go straight out the door, but then he stops. But generally he does pretty good, and yeah, it was sure worth it. Yeah, it saved a lot of time too. But yeah, you can see back there all the cows eating. These cows are kind of standing here watching it. Yeah, they don't ever mess with it. They just kind of look at it as it comes by, and they're getting fresh, their food. It like turns it up, makes it fresh for them. She's getting a good neck rub. I mean, that has to feel really good. Middle plate right there. Once he gets to that, there, you hear the beeping, he senses that, and then he'll turn, and that other metal plate there on the floor will get him right into the charger. And he'll sit there for, not sure how I think every 2 hours, I forget. But anyhow, he'll sit there till it's time to run again. And yeah, that'll charge it right there. Yep, all finished till next time. All the cows, salad just pushed up and all finished. We have a small herd of goats, and we have them just for pets. I'm not sure where the Billy's at. Oh, right there he is. And he we took the little ones out, the little nannies that were born last year. We got them out, and yeah, so the Billy's in with them. So we'll have spring babies, but this one right here, Minnie, she is very tame. Yeah, she actually broke her leg when she was little, and we splinted it up, and it got all better. You'd never know it. We were afraid that it wasn't gonna work, but yeah, it healed right up, and yeah, she doesn't have any troubles. And then we have Bunny here. Everybody calls her something different. Some people call her Bunny, some people call her Baby, and yeah, she could have a couple different names, but yeah, she's pretty tame. Sometimes tame goats, bottle-fed babies, are nice, but they can be overly friendly. But yeah, she's pretty tame.